Sometimes our own personal experiences are the very best reason to share. So I've had a thought about my own place and my own space in this current situation that I'm in. It has nothing to do with COVID. It has to do with the challenges that I've placed on myself. And that's okay. But sometimes we have to regroup. I've given some thought to ways that I could regroup. The first thing that I would say is the key to all of it, and that is prayer. Oftentimes that's the only way for me to voice how I feel, to give words to emotions that seem caught down here. They can't seem to come out my throat or out my mouth, particularly when the challenge is with other people. Sometimes it just doesn't feel comfortable to tell other people they're pushing your button, or you feel unheard, unaccepted, right? And I just want to clarify too, that a lot of times if we said that to the other person, they wouldn't even realize that that was going on, which is kind of an interesting thing. But it's our own personal life experiences that we project onto what others seem to be projecting to us. Okay, so be mindful of that. But prayer, that's the key. That's a key. But some of the others I'd like to talk about. Meditation. You know, meditation doesn't have to be long. And I think sometimes we have a misconception about what a meditation looks like. I don't know about you, but I can't empty my head. So I always thought, oh, I can't meditate because I can't turn off my brain. So find one thing that brings you peace and focus on that. It's about controlled focus. And it's about focusing on the things that make you feel, help you to feel calm, peaceful. So, controlled focus. Research meditation. There's a lot of good ones out there. Sharing. Sometimes you reach out to a friend and say, I need someone to listen. Sometimes it's your partner. Sometimes it's your parents. Sometimes it's your best friend from high school, junior high, right? It doesn't matter, but it's someone that you feel safe to share how you're feeling. That's important. Journaling. Sometimes you don't even want to speak it. It doesn't feel comfortable. It's not safe. Journal it. Write it down. I love journaling because I am able to access words and thoughts. And honestly, in my journaling, I sometimes really work myself through my problem by the things that I'm writing down. Journaling is powerful. Singing. Sometimes you just gotta sing. Whether it's the metal tune from high school that just helps you to let it all out, whether it's a hymn that reminds you who you are and brings you peace. Sing. Breathing. Do you know that we hold our breath a lot? When we're agitated, when we're afraid, when we're overwhelmed, we quit breathing. We just hold it all in, and then we take little short gasps of air. When you catch yourself and you feel those things, stop. Breathe in. Breathe out. Get some oxygen back into that brain. Give yourself time to reflect. Breathing, it's huge. Memorization. I'll be honest, I have about a 20-minute, 25-minute memorized set of things in my life. And when I can't settle, when I can't get to sleep, when I can't focus, I start to go over in my mind, sometimes out loud, sometimes just inside, those things that I've memorized that bring me back to center. Memorization, it's powerful. Music. I write poetry, and sometimes the only place that I can get to the thoughts and ideas I want to put on the paper is by the music that I have playing. I wish I could do my poetry recorded with the music that I'm using to get to that place. Unfortunately, there would be copyright infringement and I'd be off the air. But music is powerful. Sometimes it needs to be driving music that really helps you to pound out what's weighing you down. And sometimes it needs to be reverent, spiritual, powerful music that touches your heart, your soul. It's what works for you. All of those things can help you to take a breath, get things back in your hands, and help you to go forward. You don't need to stay in overwhelm, anxiety, frustration, grief. You don't have to stay there. You can choose different ways that are comfortable for you. Maybe you choose all of them. Or maybe you just have one you focus on. It's fine. Find the one that speaks to you. Maybe you have one that I don't have on my list, and if so, please comment. I'd love to know what you use. Oh, I just thought of one I didn't write on there. Reading. Reading scriptures. Reading a good book that is completely fiction and doesn't require any brain power, just a smile on your face as you're reading it. Sometimes it's a book that actually helps you to learn to move through the things, right? Reading. So don't forget, reading on there. At any rate, it was something that I looked at for myself and I wanted to share with you because we all have these feelings. We're not alone. Sometimes it feels alone, but it's not. So find something or some things that connect for you. Bring them in. Make them part of your whole process. And put the power of your life back in your own hands. Breathe. And find joy in the moment. I sure love you.